Hello, this is Edexcel Pearson IAL C12, code is WMA01 stock 01, 9th January 2018, mathematics. First question is if y is equal to 2x to the power 2 over 3 plus 3 over 6, find dy over dx. So dy over dx is, we are going to separate the constant, that is 2 over 6, d over dx, x to the power 2 over 3 plus 3 over 6 d over dx. So that will be 1 over 3. Differential of 2 to the power x is to the power 2 over 3 will be 2 over 3 x to the power, this we subtract 1 from here, so it will be minus 1 over 3 plus 3 over 6 is 1 over 2 and d over dx of constant function is, that is 1 is 0, so it will be 2 over 9 x to the power minus 1 over 3 and plus 0. So dy over dx will be 2 over 9 x to the power minus 1 over 3. So you can write this answer. This question was of 2 marks. Part B of the question is to integrate 2x to the power 2 over 3 plus 3 divided by 6, where x is greater than 0, it was of. So it will be 2 over 6 integral x to the power 2 over 3 dx plus 3 over 6 integral dx. 2 over 6 is 1 over 3. When we do the integration of x to the power 2 over 3, we add the power. So that is x to the power 2 over 3 will become x to the power 5 over 3 divided by 5 over 3 plus 3 over 6 is 1 over 2 and the integral of dx or 1 dx will be x plus c. So it will be 1 over 3 multiplied by, this will become 3 over 5 x to the power 5 over 3 plus x over 2 plus c. So integral y dx will be, this 3 and 3 cancel, 1 over 5 x to the power 5 over 3 plus x over 2 plus c. So that's the answer. The question number 2 is sequence is defined by u1 is equal to 1 and un plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 un, where n is greater than or equal to 1. A part is find u2 and u3. This question is of 2 marks. So let's solve it. Un plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 un. Let's say n is equal to 1. So u1 plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 un, n is equal to 1. So u2 is equal to 2 minus 3 u1. So that is 2 minus, and u1 is 1. 2 minus 3 multiply 1, that is 2 minus 3. So it is equal to negative 1. So the value of u2 is negative 1. Now let's say n is equal to 2. So we are going to use un plus 1. So u2 plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 un, n is equal to 2. So that will be u2 plus 1 is u3 is equal to 2 minus 3. u2 is minus 1. So it will be 2 plus 3. So that will be 5. So u3 is equal to 5. Part B of question 2 is calculate the value of sigma r is equal to 1 to 4 r minus un. So for this question, what we have to do is we have to write sigma r is equal to 1 to 4 r minus ur. It is supposed to be ur. So that will be, let's put r is equal to 1, r is equal to 2, r is equal to 3, and r is equal to 4. And we add all these terms. So 1 minus u1 plus this r is 2 minus u2 plus 3 minus u3 and plus 4 minus u4. So that is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 minus, we have taken minus common, so we have u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus u4. Now in this question we have all the values, but we don't have the value of u4. So for the value of u4, we have to go back to the question where it says un plus 1. This is our working. So un plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 un. So now we are going to put n is equal to 3. So 3 plus 1 is equal to 2 minus 3 u3. So u4 is equal to 2 minus u3 is 5. 3 multiplied 5. So that is 2 minus 15. So it will be minus. So this will be having 4 plus 1, 5 plus 10 minus u1 was plus 1, u2 was minus 1, u3 is 5, and u4 is minus 13. So this will be 10 minus 13 and 14. So minus 14 plus 6. So that will be 10 minus 8. So the answer will be 80. Question number 3. We have to simplify. This is 2 marks and 2 marks. The first part is 3x to the power half power 4. So let's divide it into 3 to the power 4 and x to the power half is to the power 4. So 3 to the power 4 is 81 and x to the power 4 multiply half. So that is going to be 81 x square. Part B is, this is 2 single power multiplied by 4 is to the power minus 2 divided by 3 and here we have y is to the power 7, y is to the power minus 2 divided by y. So it will be 2 over 3. 4 to the power minus 2 means 1 over 4 square. 7 is to the power minus, y is to the power 7 minus 2 is y is to the power 5. And this is another y. So it will be 3 divided by 4 square is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So it will be 1 over 24 y is to the power 5 minus 1, that is 4. Now the fourth question of C12 mathematics is the equation p minus, so the equation is p minus 2x square plus 8x plus p minus 4 is equal to 0, where p is a constant, has no real roots. Now we know for the roots, if equal roots, then the condition is b square minus 4ac is 0. If real roots, then b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. If virtual roots, then b square minus 4ac is less than 0. And if real and equal is written in the question, then it will be b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Here it says that has no real roots. So for no real roots, our condition is b square minus 4ac is less than 0. That is the condition for no real roots. Now in this question, the constant of x square is this. The coefficient of x square, the coefficient of x is 8 and the constant is this. If you have seen my previous video, you know very well that the coefficient of x square is a, the coefficient of x is b, and the coefficient and the constant is c. So a is p minus 2, b is 8 and c is p minus 4. So let's put this value b square, that is 8 square minus 4, a is equal to p minus 2 and c is equal to p minus 4. That is less than 0 because it is having no equal roots. It's having no real roots, it's imaginary roots. So 8 square is 64 minus 4. P minus 2 and p plus 2, this is p square minus 2p plus 4p is plus 2p minus 4 times 2 is 8 is less than 0. So it will be 64 minus 4p square minus plus minus 4 times 2 is 8p minus and minus is plus 8 times 4 is 32 is less than 0. So minus 4p square minus 8p plus 64 plus 32, 96 less than 0. So we divide each by 4, that is minus p square minus 2p, 4 times 2 is 8 and 4 times 4 is 16 is less than 0. Now multiply each side by negative. We know when we multiply the negative, the sign changes. So it will be p square plus 2p minus 24 is greater than 0. P square plus 2p minus 24 is greater than 0. That is what we are supposed to prove. Now the part B of this question, which is of 4 mark, is that hence, not otherwise, hence, find the set of possible values of p. So we have to start from there. So let's assume the equation is p square plus 2p minus 24 is equal to 0. So let's try to find critical points. So let's say this is p, that is 24. 6 times 4 is 24 and 6 minus 4 is 2. So p plus 6 and p minus 4 is equal to 0. So p is equal to 4 and minus 6. So the points are minus 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Roughly these are the points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we draw the graph, here it's a is a positive, so it is an upward graph. So this is the graph and the points are minus. Now the equation is p square plus 2p minus 24 is greater than 0. This is, you can say, it's a function of x, or you can, it's a value of y. It means y is greater than 0. So when y is greater than 0, from here this is called positive values of y positive. So we have this critical point in all these values and this critical point in all these values. You can see all are on this graph. So we are having here p is all values less than minus 6. So p is less than minus 6, and here we can see this is 4. So p is greater than 4. So these are the sets of values of p square plus 2p minus 24. So the answer will be minus infinity to minus 6 union 4 to infinity. So you can write the answer in this form also. So that is the answer for this. Question number 5, part A, which is also for 5 marks, is solve for theta greater than 0 and less than pi over 2. 5 sin 3 theta minus 7 cos 3 theta equal to 0. Give each solution in radians to 3 significant figures. Now let's write 5 sin theta, that is sin 3 theta, minus 7 cos 3 theta is equal to 0, so we can write it 5 sin 3 theta is equal to 7 cos 3 theta. Let's divide both sides by cos 3 theta in cos 3 theta. So it will become 5 10 3 theta is equal to 7, then 10 3 theta will be 7 over 5. So theta will be tan inverse 7 over 5. That is 3 theta will be. So theta will be 1 over 3 tan inverse 7 over 5. So theta is, if you calculate it, it's 0.316848. So 0.3168. So up to 3 significant figure, it is 3.17. Now it's 0 to, our angle theta is 0 to pi over 2. So from 0 to pi over 2, that is A S T C, because we have only this, so we have only one value, not any other value. So the theta will be 0.317 up to 3 significant figures. The second part of question number 5 is solve for x is greater than 0 and less than 360. 9 cos square x plus 5 cos x is equal to 3 sin square x. Give each solution in degree. Now this one you have to give in degree up to 1 decimal place. This question is of 6 marks. So we know that in this question we have 9 cos square x plus 5 cos x minus 3 sin square x is equal to 0. We have to convert it. We know that convert it into this is a cos, this is a cos, this is sine. So this sine is supposed to be converted into cos. So we know that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So sin square x will be 1 minus cos square x and 3 sin square x will be 3 minus 3 cos square x. So this will be 9 cos square x plus 5 cos x minus 3 minus 3 cos square x. Our working is just here. We open the bracket, this is equal to 0, so it will be 9 cos square x plus 5 cos x minus 3 plus 3 cos square x is equal to 0. Now these are the like terms, 9 cos square x and 3 cos square x. So that is 12 cos square x plus 5 cos x minus 3 is equal to 0. If we compare this equation to 12x square, let's do different color, 12x square plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. 12 multiplied 3 is 36. So 12x square and this is a 12 times 3 is 36 and 9 times 4 is 36 and 9 minus 4 is 5. So it will be, this is a plus, so 9 will be there, 9x minus 4x. So 9 minus 4 is 5 and 9 times 4 is 12 times 3, 36 minus 3 is equal to 0. 3x common. 4x plus 3 4 times 3 is 12, minus 1 common, 4x plus 3. So it is 3x minus 1 and 4x plus 3. Now x is a cos, so we can write this equation as 3 cos x minus 1 and 4x is a cos, so x will be replaced by cos. 4 cos x plus 3 is equal to 0. So cos x will be 1 over 3 and minus 4 over 3. So these are the two values of cos. Now we have x is equal to cos inverse 1 over 3, and x is equal to cos inverse minus 4 over 3. So cos inverse 1 over 3 is 70.5287, but we have to write one place of decimal, so it is 70.528. 70.52, so it is one place of decimal is 70.5. So let's calculate this. That is 70.5 this is 70.5 and this is a cos, so this is A S T C, and theta is, in this question, theta is 360. So cos is positive here and cos is positive here, so one angle will be this 70.5, then another is this one. So this is this angle, complete angle, and this one is 70.5. So this whole angle will be 360 minus 70.5. So the next angle will be, and that will be 289.5. So 289.5. So this is the first angle and this is the second angle. Now another one is x is equal to cos inverse minus 4 over 3. This is 4 cos x, so this is not 4 over 3. We have done a mistake here. So it will be minus 3 over 4. Cos cannot have value more than 1. So if you do a mistake, this is the way sometimes you can identify your mistake. So that is minus 3 over 4. So that is cos inverse minus 3 over 4 is 138.59. So to one place of decimal it will be 138.59 is 138.6. Again we can check here the value. The cos inverse minus 3 over 4, that is 138. 138.6 is somewhere here. This is cos negative here and cos negative here. 138.6. This is the 138.6. So this is a 138.6. So this angle will be 41.4. So this is also 41.4. So we have to calculate this angle, this complete angle. So that angle will be 180 plus 41.4. So that is, so it will be 221.4. So we have four answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the angles. Next question number 6 is fx is equal to ax cube minus 8x square plus bx plus 6, where a and b are the constant. When fx is divided by x plus 1, there is no remainder. And when fx is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is negative 12. So we have to find the value of a and the value of b, and we have to factorize it completely. Now let's check the question. It says that if fx is equal to ax cube minus 8x squared plus bx plus 6. Now here we have to find the value of a and b. So it means we will make a simultaneous equation in a and b and we'll try to solve it. It says that when fx is divided by x plus 1, the remainder is, there's no remainder. So according to remainder theorem, if we put x is equal to, x plus 1 is, so x is equal to minus 1 in equation, then f1 will be 0. So let's put x is equal to minus 1. So a minus 1 cube minus 8 1 square plus b multiply 1 plus 6, it will be 0 because there is no remainder. Minus 1 cube is negative 1, so it is negative a minus 1 square is positive 1, so this is 8. B minus 1 is minus b plus 6 is equal to 0. So our equation is minus a minus b minus 2 is equal to 0. Now let's take next condition. It says then when it is divided by x minus 2, when it is divided by x minus 2, so we are going to put x is equal to 2. The remainder is negative 12. So if we put x is equal to, not 0, if we are going to x minus 2, so we are going to put x is equal to 2. So that is a 2 cube minus 8 2 square plus b x is 2 plus 6. In the previous case there was no remainder, so we put 0. Here the remainder is negative 12. So we are going to put negative 12 here because the remainder is negative 12 by dividing it by x minus 2. 2 cube is 8a minus 8 times 4 is 32 plus 2b plus 6 is equal to minus 12. So 8a plus 2b is equal to minus 12 minus 6 plus 32. 12 and 6 is 18 and 32, that is 14. So 8a plus 2b is equal to 14. We can write it as 4a plus b is equal to 7. So this is our second equation. This is the first equation and this is the second equation. So from equation number 1, I can write b is equal to minus a minus 2. So I write it here, 4a plus minus a minus 2 is equal to 7. So 4a minus a is equal to 7 plus 2. 3a is equal to 9. So a will be 3. That is our first value of a. So a is equal to 3. Now if we know that b is equal to minus a minus 2. So b is equal to minus 3 minus 2. So b will be negative 5. So these are the values of a and b. So our equation is 8x cubed ax cubed minus 8x square plus bx plus 6 plus bx plus 6. Now we have a is equal to 3 and b is equal to minus 5. So our equation will become, so we replace a by 3x cubed minus 8x square plus bx, b is negative 5 minus 5x plus, this was not c, this was 6 plus 6. So this is a cubic equation and we have to factorize it completely. The only thing in this question is says that if it is divided by x plus 1, there is no remainder. So first thing is x plus 1 is a factor of fx. Now we have to factorize it further. So let's use long division. X plus 1 this is 3x cubed minus 8x square minus 5x plus 6. This is 3x cubed and this is x. If I divide it, I will get 3x square. So I have to multiply it completely by 3x square. So this is 3x square. By multiplying it by 3x square, I will get 3x square multiply x is 3x cubed plus 1 times 3 is 3 x square. Both are positive, so we make them negative. We cancel it. This is negative 8 and this is negative 3. So 8 and 3 is negative 11x square. Now here we have negative 11x square and here we have x, so divided by x. So what we are getting is negative 11x. So we are going to write here negative 11x. Multiply negative 11x by x, so it will be negative 11x square. Now because we are dividing, this has to come down, minus 5x. Now multiply 11x by 1, so minus 11x. Both numbers are same, so we change the number, we make it positive and this also positive. Minus 11x square plus 11x square is cancelled. This is negative, this is positive, so opposite sign you separate. 11 minus 5 is 6. 11 is bigger, so sign will be positive, plus 6. Now this is 6x and this is x. 6x divided by x, so it is 6. We have to multiply this number by 6, so it will be plus 6. 6 times x is 6x and 1 times 6 is 6 plus 6. Now we know that we subtract, and subtraction we change the sign. This is plus 6, this is plus 6, this is minus 6 and plus 6. So we cancel it. So The factors are, so the factors of fx will be x plus 1, and another factor we have 3x squared minus 11x plus 6. Now let's try to factorize this. 3x squared plus 11x plus this is minus 11x plus 6. Let's multiply. 6 multiplied 3 is 18, and 9 multiplied 2 is also 18, and 9 and 2 is 11. So 3x squared minus 9x minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. We know minus 9 and minus 2 is 9 times 2 is 18, 6 times 3 is 18, and this is plus, so it will be 3x common, x minus 3 minus 2 common, x minus 3. We are not solving the equation, we are factorizing it. So this is x minus 3 and 3x minus 2. So the factorization will be x plus 1, x minus 3 and 3x minus 2. This question was of 9 marks. It's a lengthy question, but this is a very easy question. Question number 7. This figure shows a rectangular sheet of metal of a negligible thickness, which measures 25 by 15. The square of sides x centimeter are cut from each of the corner. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Each side is x. The remainder is folded along the dotted line to make an open cuboid box. This is an open cuboid box. Show that the volume V of the box is given by this. Now for the volume, of a box is a cuboid is, let's say, L, B and H, length, breadth and height. So this was 25, x is reduced here and x is reduced here. So it becomes 25 minus 2x. When it's folded, this becomes height. So this height is x. This was 15 and x is reduced here and x is reduced here. So this one is 15 minus 2x. So the volume will be, length is say 25 minus 2x multiplied by the width of it is 15 minus 2x and the height is x. So if we multiply this, we are going to get 25 multiplied 15, that is 375, 2x and 2x, it will be, both are negative, so plus 4x squared, and this one is 25 times 2, that is minus 50x and minus 30x, so it will be minus 80x. This all multiplied by x, so it will be 4x cubed minus 80x square plus this is 375x, and that is the one we were supposed to prove, that the volume is 4x cubed minus 80x square plus 375x. So this question was of 2 marks. Part B of the question is, now the part B is find the value of x using calculus for which the volume is maximum. You have to find it up to 3 significant figures. So for the maximum or minimum volume, dv over dx should be equal to 0. So we differentiate it. That will be 12x square minus 80 multiplied 2, that is 160x plus 375. So this value is supposed to be equal to 0 for the maximum or minimum. So 12x square minus 160x plus 375 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, so it is easy to solve it using the quadratic formula. This is a, the coefficient of x square, minus 160 is b, the coefficient of x, and the constant 375 is c. We know the formula. The solution for the quadratic equation is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So let's put the value of a, b and c. So x will be minus b, b is minus 160, minus 160 plus minus is because quadratic equation is having 2 solutions. B square, that is minus 160 square minus 4, a is 12 and c is 375. This thing is divided by 2a. A is 12. So this is minus plus. This is 160 plus minus. If you calculate it using calculator, it is 7,600 divided by 24. So the values of x are up to 3 significant figures. So we have 3.03 and 10.3. Now 10.3 cannot be the value of x. The reason is this side is 15 and we have cut 2 parts. If this x is 10.5, 10.3 and this side is 10.3, so the total will be 20.6 and we only have 15, so it is supposed to be less than that. So this is not the answer. So the value of x is 3.03 for this volume. Now part C says justify that this value of x, it gives the maximum volume of V. So to find the minimum and maximum, we have to find the double differentiation. So that is d2y over dx square. We differentiate it again. That is 12, and the differential of x square is 2x. So minus 160. Minus 160. So that is equal to 24x minus 160. Now put x is equal to 3.03, and we check whether d2y over dx square, is it greater than 0? It is 0, or it is less than 0. So it gives three stationary points, as you know very well: maximum, minimum, or inflection. So d2y over dx square at x is equal to 3.03. So let's see what is the value. 24 into 3.03 minus 160. So that is very clearly 24 times 3, it's less than 75 minus 160. So it's this is less than 0, it's a negative. So if d2y over dx square is less than 0, so the volume is maximum. Now the last part is find to three significant figure the maximum volume of the box. This question is 2 marks. To find the maximum volume of the box, let's find out the value of V. So V, the equation of the V is 4x cubed minus 80x squared plus 375. So for maximum volume, x is equal to 3.03. So V will be 3.03 cube minus 80, 3.03 square plus 375. So if you calculate up to three significant figure, so it will become 530. So that is the maximum volume. Question number 8 is, the figure shows a sketch of a curve with equation y is equal to fx. Here y is equal to fx, where x is a real number. The curve passes through 0, 5, 1, 3, 4, 7 and 6, 0. 1, 3 and 4, 7 is the minimum and the maximum points. On a separate diagrams, sketch the curve with the equation f negative x, and on another diagram sketch f2x. Let's concentrate on the first one, f negative x. We know that when x becomes negative, It's a reflection in y-axis. So actually the curve will be, you can have some idea, this reflection will come here, then this way, and then, so this is going to be the reflection, negative y. How we do it? We multiply all x-axis by -1, multiplied by -1, multiplied by -1, this one -1, and this one -1. So our coordinate will be 0 and 5. -1 times 1 is -1 and 3. 4 and -1 is -4 and 7. And this will be -6 and 0. 0 and 5, so this point will remain here. One and 3, this will become -1 and 3. 3 will remain here, so it will be -1 and 3. -1 and 3. -4 and 7. 4 and 7 will become -4. So this will be somewhere here, -4 and 7. And 6, 0 will become -6 and 0. So let's say it is here. So our curve will be this is our curve for y is equal to f minus x. You can see this point is 0, 5. Then it was 1, 3, it will become -1, 3. This was 4, 7, that's become -4, 7. And 6, 0 will become -6 and 0. Now for y is equal to f2x. Our y coordinate will remain same, 7 and 0, and x coordinate will be divided by 2. 0 divided by 2 is 0. -1 divided by 2 is -half. -4 divided by 2 is -2. And -6 divided by 2 will be -3. So our 0 file will remain the same, -half and 3. This is 1 and 3, so -half and 3 will come somewhere here. 4 and this is positive and this is positive. We have to do the operation in this, not in this one. So this is also positive. So half and 3, this is 1 and 3, half and 3 will be here. Then 2 and 7, this is a 4 and 7. So x will become 2 and y will remain 7. So this is 2 and 7. And 3 and 0. 6, 0 will become 3 and 0. So our curve will be so you can see the curve is going to be compressed by factor 2. So the point will be 0, 5, half and 3, 2 and 7, and 3 and 0. So this question was of 2 marks. 3 marks and 3 marks, 6 marks question. Question number 9 is the first term of a geometric series is 20 and the common ratio is 9.9. Find the value of the fifth term. We know that the geometric series, the geometric sequence, if the first term is a, second term is AR, third term is AR square, fourth term is AR cube, and fifth term is AR is to the power 4. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term. We have to find the value of the fifth term. So the fifth term is AR to the power 4. Here it's saying the first term is 20 and R is 0.9. So the fifth term will be 20, 0.9 is to the power 4. So that is 13.122. So that is the fifth term of this geometric series. Part B is find the sum of first 8 terms of the same geometric series up to first place of decimal. So sum of the first 8 terms will be, we are going to use the formula A 1 minus R is to the power n over 1 minus R. So now here A is 20, 1 minus R is 0.9, n is 8. We have to find the sum of 8 terms divided by 1 minus R. So 1 minus 0.9. So that is, if you calculate, it is 113.9. We have to find it the first place of decimal. Part C, which is of 4 marks, says that given that S infinitive minus Sn is less than 0.04, where Sn is the sum of first n terms of the series, and show that 0.9 is to the power n is less than 0.0002. We know that in the geometric series, S infinitive is equal to a over 1 minus r, and Sn is equal to a1 minus r is to the power n over 1 minus r. So we have to find S infinitive minus Sn. And it says that it is 0.04. So S infinitive is A is 20 over 1 minus R is 1 minus 0.9. Minus Sn is 20, 1 minus 0.9 is to the power n over 1 minus 0.9, and it is given that it is less than 0.004. So this is the same. Let's multiply it. That is 20 minus 20, 1 minus 0.9 is to the power n less than 0.04 multiplied by 1 minus 0.9, that is 0.1. So this is 20 minus 20 plus 20 multiplied by 0.9 is to the power n less than, if multiply 0, so it will become 0.00, that is 4. So we have 20 minus 20 is going to be cancelled, so it will be and this 20 will be divided by 0.004, so its value will become 0.9 is to the power n is less than 0.004 divided by 20. So which is, this value is equal to 0.0002. So we have 0.9 is to the power n is less than 0.0002. Now to find the smallest possible value of n, we have 0.9 is to the power n is less than 0.0002. Whenever is unknown number is in the power, we have to take log on the both sides. So let's take log. So that is log 0.9 is to the power n is less than log 0.0002. We know that log m is to the power n is equal to n log m. So it will be n log 0.9 less than log 0.0002. So n is less than log 0.0002 divided by log 0.9. So n will be less than, so it means n is equal to, n will be equal to 81. So that is the smallest possible value of, and that n is going to be 81. Question number 10, part 1, that is of 5 marks. 3 log 2 base 8. We know that log m log a is equal to log a to the power m. So let's write this as log base 8 2 is to the power 3 plus log 8 7 minus x is equal to 2 plus log 8x. Now in this equation we have number 2 which is not having a log. So what is the value of log base 8 is equal to 2? So that is 8 power 2, that is 64. So 2 can be written as log 64 base 8. So let's write it. Now this is a log a plus log b. Log a plus log b, we can write it as log a multiply b. So we are going to use this property here. So it will be log a, 2 is to the power 3 is 8, base is 8, and log b is 7 minus x. That is equal to log 2 is log 8 base 64, same base, so it can be written as log 8 64 multiply x. So same rule we have applied here. So now as we have log on the both sides, So we can cancel the log. So we are having 8, 7 minus x is equal to 64x. 56 minus 8x is equal to 64x. 56 is equal to 64 plus 8, 72x. So x will be 56 divided by 72. So that will be 7/9, or it can be written as 0.77777. Part B of this question, which is also 5 marks, it says that using algebra, find in terms of logarithms the exact value of y for which 3 raised to the power 2y plus 3 raised to the power y plus 1 is equal to 10. Whenever we have this kind of a question, try to take this as a different variable. So let's say 3 raised to the power 3 raised to the power y is equal to x. 3 raised to the power y, 3 raised to the power 2y will be x square, and 3 raised to the power y plus 1 will be 3 raised to the power y multiplied 3. So that is 3 raised to the power y is 3x. 3 raised to the power 2y is x square. 3 raised to the power y plus 1 is 3x. Is equal to 10. So it is x square plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So the factors of 10 is 5 times 2. So it can be written as x square plus 5x minus 2x minus 10 is 0. So it will be x plus 5. This another one will be x minus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 5 and x is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to 2. We don't have x in equation. X is 3 raised to the power y. So if x is negative 5, x is equal to 3 raised to the power y. So x is minus 5 is equal to 3 raised to the power y. So to solve it, let's take log on the both sides. Ln negative 5 is equal to y. Let's say log instead of ln. But now we are seeing one thing is coming negative. So we are not going to use this negative. Let's use another value. Let's say x is equal to 2. So if x is equal to 2, 3 raised to the power y is equal to 2. If we take log, then y log 3 is equal to log 2. So y will be log 3 over log 2. So we have to write in terms of x. So y is log 3 over log 2. This is the answer in terms of log. Now the next question, that is question number 11, is the circle C has equation x square plus y square minus 8x minus 10y plus 16 is equal to 0. The center of circle is, T is the center of the circle, so we have to find the coordinate of T and we have to find the radius of circle. Whenever we have a circle in the form of x square plus y square then plus 8x or x and y and the number, the best way is to separate the x terms and the y terms. So we can write it as x square minus 8x plus y square minus 10y plus 16 is equal to 0. So what I have done here, I have written the values of x, I have written the terms having x square of x, I have written the terms having y in it and the constant one. Now we are going to do it by the method of completing the square. So completing the square, we know that we always, if the term of x square and x is there, we always add. What we add? We divide this, the coefficient of x, we divide it by 2. So here it is 8. 8 divided 2 is 4. And then we square it. That is 16. So we are going to write here 16. In the same way, 10. Half of 10 is 5. And the square of 5 is 25. Remember, whether this is a negative sign or a positive sign, whatever sign is there, you always add this, plus 25. Now we have added 16 and 25 here, so we have to add plus 16 and plus 25 here. Now we are having, this side is x square minus 8x plus 16, and this one is y square minus 10y plus 25. So the factors of this is x, this is minus, you write minus, and which number we square? We squared 4 to get 16, so this is a 4. So this is x minus 4 square plus, this one is y minus 10y plus 25, half of 10 is 5 into 5 square, so this will become y minus 5 square. We have 16 here and we have 16 here is equal to 25. 25 can be written as 5 square. You compare this with x minus a square plus y minus b square is equal to r square. This is a general equation of a circle where r is the radius and a and b are the coordinate of the center. So the coordinates of center are a is 4 and b is 5, and the radius is also 5. This equation, sometimes it shows that you can write the center coordinate as plus minus 4 and plus minus 5 because it is plus minus g and plus minus f are the centers. Now the part B is that there's another point M having coordinate 20 and 12. and t is out the center of circle. The coordinates of t are 4 and 5. We have to find the exact length of mt. What is the exact length of mt? So we know the formula for the exact length is, so mt is equal to, mt squared is equal to x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So that is x2, say 20 minus 4 square plus y2 is 12 minus 5 square. That is the mt square. This is 16 square plus 7 square. So that is 305. So the length of mt is asking the exact length, so we are going to write the answer in the form of surds. That is 305. So that is the exact length of mt. Now the part C, which is of 3 marks, says that point P lies on the circle C. So let's say this is point P, such that the tangent at P, so this is the tangent at P, it passes through M. Find the exact area of triangle MTP. We have to find the area of this triangle. To find the area of this triangle. Now this is a tangent and this one is a radius. This is tangent and this is, so this one is 90 degree. So it's a, so MTP is a right angle triangle. So for the right angle triangle, the area is half multiply base, let's say MP is a base, times height, that is PT. You can say it's perpendicular. This is a perpendicular, this is adjacent. You can say run and rise, whatever you say, but it is the area will be half MP, the lines making 90 degree in this. Now in this question we know that PT is radius, and the radius, as we have already proved it, it's a 5. So this radius is 5. MP, we don't know MP, but we know MT. So MT is equal to root 305. So in the right triangle, we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. MT square is equal to MP square plus PT square. So MT square, MT is root 305, so MT square is 305 is equal to MP square we need MP square to find the area. That is MP square plus PT square is 5 square. So we can say that MP square is equal to 305 minus 25. So that is 280. So MP is equal to root 280. This right angle triangle. So this is root 280. And this is 5. So the area will be half. So area of triangle, this triangle, the area of this triangle will be half MP. MP is root 280. PT. PT is 5. So that will be 280 is 7 times 4 times 10. 280. So this is 2 root 70. So it will be 5 multiplied 2 root 70 divided by 2. We can cancel this 2. So the area of triangle will be 5 root 70.